Developments for you now in Detroit's bankruptcy. Governor Snyder offering a settlement with the state pitching in to help. Also, the judge denied a motion for a second appraisal of the DIA's art.
Plus, we'll tell you what he is saying about pension and health care issues as well. We have a team of reporters tonight covering every angle of this very important story for the city of Detroit. We'll start tonight with Glenda Lewis.
Glenda, you followed Governor Snyder's speech. What can you tell us about the deal?
Well, he made it perfectly clear that this is a settlement. He said it's not a bailout, and he used those exact words. He also said it's intended to help retirees, which helps the city and ultimately the state.
I'm recommending that we look to make an investment of up to $350 million over a period of 20 years.
With Senate Majority Leader Randy Richardville and House Speaker Jace Bolger by his side, Governor Rick Snyder laid out a plan that offers state money to Detroit pension funds and would keep art from being sold out of the DIA. Snyder got the support he asked for from lawmakers to commit $350 million over the next 20 years. It's a match of nearly the same amount from foundations across the state and country, which would make a total of about $700 million. But he made clear there is only one way this will happen.
It would only happen in the event that there is a settlement between the city, the state, the unions, the employees, and the retirees.
His other two conditions: that the money goes to retirees, you heard him say that there's strong management of those funds, and maybe even a new entity to look over it. He also talked about tobacco settlement money being in that pot. This proposal still needs approval from the legislature. Detroit's emergency manager, Kevin Orr, issued this statement, though, after hearing the governor speak. The level of proposed investment by the philanthropic community and the state will go far in helping reach a timely and positive resolution of the city's financial emergency. So a lot to take in today, but a huge commitment from the state going forward if it goes to retirees.
Certainly so. Glenda, thank you. Now, 7 Action News reporter Jim Kirchner is live downtown with more.
Yeah, Jim, I understand you've been talking to insiders who are quietly telling you not so fast when it comes to this deal. Why is that?
Joanne and Jeff, they're trying to get a consensual agreement, and the parties involved have been in closed-door mediation sessions, including here today at federal court, and they're telling me the rules do not allow them to discuss what's been going on inside. But now the governor said in his settlement offer that that would include independent fiduciaries running the two city pension systems. So we might see that change in the next couple of days. Take a look at what's at stake. Sources are telling me the two pension systems have $5 to $6 billion in assets. The emergency manager has said they're underfunded by $3.5 billion, and the settlement offer from the governor and the foundations is $700 million. That is a settlement offer, but tied to that, taking over control of the two pension systems. They would argue in the past there's been corruption and bad investments. My sources are telling me that could be a deal breaker. You have two employee pension boards running the two pension systems, police and fire and general, and they're not willing to give up that control. In fact, last year when this first surfaced as a possibility, they voted to set aside $3 million in a war chest to fight this if it goes to litigation. That would not be the first step. They would continue to discuss it in closed-door mediation, but my sources are telling me this plan for the governor is not likely to pass with them. Back to you.
Nice job, Jim. Thank you.
Yeah, the other big bankruptcy news, the judge's decision that affects the DIA. He basically rejected a push for a second appraisal of art owned by the city.
And that is a big blow to creditors who hope the sale of any artwork will offset their potential losses. The judge also talked about pension and health care issues as well. Right now, 7 Action News reporter Smitha Koloki live in downtown Detroit. Smitha, what's the latest?
Well, Jeff, I can tell you that time is ticking, and the judge made everyone very aware of that, saying the city only has 37 days left to file its plan to solve this financial crisis, and part of that plan may rest with what happens with the Detroit Institute of Arts and also with retiree benefits. How much is all this art in the DIA worth? Well, for now, the appraisal done by Christie's still stands. Inside the federal courthouse, the bankruptcy judge turned down a motion by creditors asking for another appraisal. The last one only looked at 5% of the pieces and valued them between $400 and $800 million. While Judge Stephen Rhodes made that decision, he held off on saying what should happen to retirees' health care benefits. The city has proposed cuts that would be effective March 1st.
Well, they're not giving, they're taking.
Well, okay. Well,
They're proposing, I think it's an approximate 87% reduction in retiree health insurance. Can you imagine what that means to people who have an income of $18,000 a year?
Retirees say Rhodes' decision could be a matter of life and death.
Question of ability to pay is an elastic concept. What you can pay depends upon the priorities that you have.
And the judge will make a decision on those health care benefits next week. It's likely to happen on Tuesday. In the meantime, he gave a strong warning to all parties involved, saying they need to seriously negotiate, and that negotiation needs to start again tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. Live in Federal Court, Smitha Clokey, 7 Action News.
All right,
Jeff,
Smitha,
Joanne?
thank you very much.
Yeah, we're not done yet with this coverage. 7 Action News reporter Tara Edwards is in the newsroom right now with reaction from the DIA decision from the DIA. What did they say, Tara?
Well, a spokesperson for the DIA is not commenting on the ruling at this time. However, the DIA is commenting on the governor's announcement, saying that they are happy about the governor's support, saying, quote, "From the governor and legislative leadership, the foundation community and our supporters underscores the importance of the DIA in building a strong, healthy city and state." Today, I spoke to several people who tell me why they're hoping to see every piece of art stay right there.
The city would lose so much. So much culture would be gone and lost, and where would it go? You know, it's like, so it's just going to be dispersed throughout. It's nice to have this one large collection.
I don't think anybody should be taking it away. I understand that the people who are maybe losing their pensions, you know, that may be an issue, but I don't think it should come out of the DIA.
Preserving our culture of the city and everything that we have here, and being able to, all the young groups, tour groups with children that are coming through here, seeing these things for the first time, it's great, and you can't get rid of this. It's just a cornerstone of the community, I think.
And as all this is going on, the DIA says that they plan to play an active role in the process in the future. Live in the newsroom, Tara Edwards, 7 Action News.